So let's talk about your love story a bit. You mentioned in the trailer that you're moving to Ethiopia for someone you barely even know. What was it about Biniyam that made you say, okay, I'm going to uproot my entire life and move to a new country?
In a way, it's true. I barely even knew him. But at the same time, when you meet someone and you have that connection, you can feel like you know someone, even if it's only been a matter of months, like, for example, for us at that time. Um, but the other thing was I decided that I wanted to try at least to have the experience of being together because I really wanted to start my own family.
And you figured that what was it about Biniyam that you said, okay, I will want to start a family with him?
Well, the funny thing is that I will say one of the first, I think the first time we ever really spent time together, he just laid it on me. He said, I want a serious life. I want a wife and I want a baby and I want, like a good job. I want all of these things. And my thought at that time was, oh my God, like this is too much. Like I just met you and just calm down. But
he got what he wanted. At least
I came to appreciate that sentiment, especially when I realized that I was about to have my own family.
Well, you mentioned your recent divorce. Do you think that had any effect on your current relationship with Biniyam?
Yes, of course. I definitely believe and see that all the relationships that we have in our life sort of lead us um, to act a certain way. And I definitely feel like I'm not talking out of turn here by saying that you'll definitely see that effect in the show, but both for me and for Biniyam. But I, you know, I think that it was partially, one of the things that did lead me to want to travel. I mean, I've always wanted to travel the world, but one of the things that led me to travel at that particular time was because I really wanted to, after being with someone from a very young age, I really wanted to be with myself, to get to know myself. And like it says, I was not looking for love, but I really was looking for myself. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I decided to travel.
And love came. What is your message for people who might say that Biniyam is a rebound from your previous relationship?
Yeah, I can see how people, might think that in a way, but I think that the best thing I can say to that is, well, the first thing I'll say is I got a baby boy out of it, so it didn't go too bad. But the other thing I'll say is that, in relationships, whether you end up with the person forever or not, you definitely learn something from them, and you grow as a person and you learn something about yourself. So I don't think that it's a loss either way. That's all I'll say.
What can you tease about your delivery process? How was the experience for you?
It was the most emotional experience of my life. To be honest, I've never given birth before. This is my first time, and I feel like maybe I definitely wasn't prepared. I don't know if anyone is actually prepared. They say take classes and do all these things and read books, but it doesn't prepare you. That's in my opinion. I will say that one of the most emotional scenes for this season is definitely going to be the scene where I'm giving birth.
So let's be real here, because the 90 Day Fiancé fans are very opinionated. Are you ready for maybe the negativity you may hear online when people hear your story or their thoughts? Have you mentally prepared yourself for that?
Yeah, I think, of course, nobody wants to hear negative comments but I think the best way that I prepared myself is just to, in life in general, to understand that people will always have an opinion. And, if you take every opinion to heart, you'll be paralyzed. So on one hand, I definitely, I was nervous about that at first. But at the same time, I thank anyone for taking an interest in my story, whether they come away with a positive opinion or not.
Well, before the season starts, what do you want fans to know about your relationship with Biniyam?
Well, I definitely think that anyone who watches us will know that everything, in terms of how we met and our connection is definitely real. I know that there's sometimes, people get frustrated if they think that things are not genuine. So definitely gonna say that it is genuine. Everything that's was filmed.
So when it comes to the rest of the season, what can you tease for us? What will we be in store for?
Yeah. So I feel confident to say that my storyline is going to be one of the more emotional, in a way, heartbreaking, and
Breaking weight? Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
not, that you'll have to see what I mean, but
Okay.
maybe heart-wrenching, emotional, and I think funny. I think people are going to laugh. I think there's going to be quite a few moments where people laugh.